knight in shining armor, flying through the battlefields, picking up the wounded soldiers, all the ones who lost their shields, and returning them to safety. That's the best that I can do. Like a knight in shining armor, I will come to rescue you. I'm not here for praise or glory, I just try to stay alive.
My father, may he rest in peace, I had this running theme in my letters to him that if I came back, I wanted a key to the Playboy Club. And when I saw him in Chinatown, he shook my hand and gave me that Playboy key card. Welcome home, son. So I thought, that not bad. My father and I didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, as most fathers and sons, I'm sure, but he knew that that was one thing that kept me going. It's really kind of odd that some things that would keep one going in a war zone, something like that. But my father welcomed me back, but he wasn't an emotional man. He wasn't a very talkative one. I wouldn't say he was inscrutable, God forbid. He just he was a loner. But I knew he was glad that I came back.
2 years, 22 days in Vietnam with the same company. First tour was from 68 to 69. They extended me. First, a tour for basically the Army is 12 months. They extended me because they were short of helicopter personnel. So they extended me 2 months, and I didn't know. Didn't know why they extended me at that time. Then I found out because they were short. Then on the way home, I wanted to stay there. When I got my orders, I was supposed to go to Georgia to the airborne unit. A lot of us didn't want to come back, and especially if you got time left in the service. You want to come back and become a civilian. You don't want to come back and what we call spit and polish. You know, all your buttons got to be lined up. You got to iron your shirts and polish everything. When you're in Vietnam, you don't have to worry about a lot of that stuff. Even though some people are trying to enforce that, you can't really. So I got ordered to go back to Georgia, and I said, I don't want that. I want to stay there. They said, too late. You don't have time. You just got 3 days to pack up and leave. So I came back during the Christmas holiday, or that 1 month during Christmas time. I went to Pentagon, got my order changed to go back to back to Vietnam, and I had a letter from my company that they want me back. So I came home, stayed 30 days, to report back to Oakland to go back to Vietnam. Then got back to the replacement center and gave them my letter, and my company picked me up back to my company.
I came home in mid-December of 1969, and although it took me a while to get over certain things that happened in Vietnam, I guess because I have such a strong sense of identity and being an American, that the coming home issue wasn't as big a thing as far as an emotional, well, it's going to take me zillions of years to do it. But when I put my feet down on solid ground off the plane, then I realized I came home. It was a matter of, there was a little lag time for some emotional things to adjust, but I didn't have the coming home pining problems that some other people did, because I'm proud to be an American. I just happen to be an Asian as well. Funny though, I can remember a lot of things about Nam, but I can't remember exactly when and under what circumstances I felt that I had to do something about Asian American Vietnam veterans. I guess because the put it bluntly, my memories of Nam are a hell of a lot more vivid because they were life-threatening.
Vietnam experience to me was good and bad. Bad because my friend died. I saw people die. I saw people got hurt. I was in the hospital myself. God was in an accident. Got hurt. And you see people there really hurt. Can't do anything. They're not sure what's going to happen to them. Then you talk about I went there to see my friend who died later. You can't even recognize him from his burns. He was shot up with morphines, and that hurts. At the same time, if there wasn't a war there, it's a beautiful country. And it's nice flying up in the air. I like flying. I still like flying, even though I don't have a pilot license or anything, I like flying. And not scared of heights. To me, at that time, it was peaceful, especially when you didn't get shot at. You're up in the air and it's cool breeze. Because the doors open, it's cold up there, but it's nice up there, it's peaceful. Not like you're on land, it's hot and stuff like that. But that's when people who fly, they'll enjoy being in the air. And people who are on the ground, they'd rather be on the ground. They don't like flying, because to them it's too scary, you can't get no way to escape. So to me, it was a beautiful country. When you're flying up there, you see a lot of beautiful things. Beside all the bomb holes or blood and stuff like that, the country was really nice. It was really green. You see mountain shape or hill shape as like a moon, different things, size of moon, different things. You see, wildlife out there, and you see river. You see people who were not really caught up in the war, but people who were trying to stay alive, the Vietnamese. They go about doing their things, their own daily thing, fishing, washing clothes, stuff like that, and trying to make the best of their lives. So it is beautiful. And like most veterans would tell you, Vietnam veterans, that this is the first time they really became close to anybody. You're talking about close, you're talking about intimacy, about having friends who you could call buddies within a short period of time. A lot of people don't have friends like that. So when you talk about losing somebody, you're losing a family member. So it was beautiful in that way. It's nice. Like now in civilian life, nobody really that close anymore, because in the society we've been taught, even in American society, or even in the Asian country now, it's very competitive. The value is lost. The value of of family, of love, of caring, of support is lost. Even though we're talking about the lower two of us in the Western culture or in the Chinese culture, the Asian culture, talking about family, support, unity. No, it's just a front. We need to develop that again.
The American soldier will continue to deal with the elusive Viet Cong in a hostile environment, meeting ever-present danger with never-flagging courage.
Then later on, those things come back up. And they come back up through symptoms. And when you talk about PTSD, you talk about some of the symptoms. You have enough of the symptom, you have this so-called PTSD disorder. PTSD, the D is the disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. Some people just have the post-traumatic stress symptoms. So one of the symptoms is you avoid situations that associated will bring back memory. The second symptom is reliving some of those events. All of a sudden, you feel like you're back there again. Another symptom is nightmares relating to those things. You wake up in cold sweat and sometimes you don't remember what happened. You become very vigilant, and you scan places. Just like I remember when I first came back, I would never sit with my back to the door or to the window. I make sure my back is covered. I was sitting against the wall. I could see everything. Without even looking around, turning my head, I actually look forward and see everything. And you watch everything. You listen to everything. And, you get ready to move. Or just like you hear a backfire of a car, you jump. You hear a helicopter in the sky. Depending on what your experience is, you lay down or you hurry and look and see what's happening. Like for me, helicopter means that's what I did. I enjoy it. That means peace. So for some people, it means time to get out. Or you could say,